Okay, so then we will continue our sessions about shapes, and in this session it will be about the node called power. So you can see I have already a few nodes here. These are the same as we used in the previous session, and we will reuse them, so I just have them in here. But we can take this power node here, so Shift A, converter, math, and we changed it to power. So what power is that you put in a value here, like 3 for instance, and you multiply 3 so many times as you have put in the bottom here. So if I put 3 here as well, then I multiply 3 by 3 3 times, which in this case means 3 times 3, that's 9, and then multiply with 3 once more, then you get 27. So if I put in 2 here and have 3 here, it will be 2 times 2, that's 4, and then another time, that's 8. So the result will be 8 with this power. And it's really good to use when it comes to shapes, because then we don't have to do this multiplication so much, because this will be a shortcut to do a lot of stuff to create lines that are not quite straight here. So let's first see something that can be a bit strange. So if I take this x here and take out to compare, then we know that the result will be white here if we have a 1. So now I have an exponent of 3 and it's still white out here, and that is because, as you know, if I have a value of 1 in here, then it will be 1 regardless if I put 2, 3 or 100 here, so it will always be 1 on this side. What will happen if I put x here to this as well? Then you could see that we got a white line here as well. And that is a bit strange, because this line here, if it only uses x, should have 0 in the start for x, and both of these are like output from x, so both of these should be 0 in the first position on the left side. And if you take 0 times 0, that is 0. But with power, with this power node, value of 0 as an exponent, as you can see now is really shining white, means 1. It's very strange, but that is how it's decided, that a power with an exponent of 0 gives a result of 1. So it's good to have in your head when you are working with power, and it could be to your advantage in many cases when you create a pattern that it suddenly becomes 1 in the center or whatever you have the black part here. So for instance, if I now take these here and connect them, and I take the x here, you can now see that I have a line in the center here, and that is now so that with the information I have here, we have then 1 here, we have 0 here, and we have 1 here. And with the power you can see that also the 0 will then get a white line here. So we can do stuff with this. So if I just take in the power here, and take an add here, and take a power down here, and put that here, and then we can use this value here so we have the same on all sides. Then you can see that the shape that we created in the last session we can get with this power node, and not only the shape where it goes in like this, also the shape where it goes out. So you can increase or decrease rather easily, so you get it completely round if you use 2, or if you get the other direction, you then get this inverted shape here. So with power here, you can easily do these things, and you can of course put in your own amount here to make things happen, and you can also mix things with it to make really strange or nice things together. So if you take X and Y, then you increase those in the direction that you can see down here, and you can control how much you would like it to decrease or increase using the power node here. And now you can see the line in the center is clearly 1 as value, and that is because the information we do like this here, it's that this line here is 0 in the Y direction. So it's, as we said, 1, 0, and 1, and we have 0, then power gives 1. So then we get like an extra white line in the center here that makes it really cool, that makes it possible for us to do shapes like this as well. So it's a really good fun thing to play with. And then we also have a node that is like the opposite to power. So, and that is the square root. So if I put the square root here, then you get an inverted circle, so to say, because that is like taking, if you have a power of 2, then this is the opposite. So then I know whatever I put in here, so if I have, we can break out this by pressing Shift D here. So if I can calculate that with an exponent of 2 and have this space of 3, then I know that this is 9, because 3 times 3 is 9. But the base here, that is what we get from the square root. So if we have 9 in and uses the square root, then we get 3 out instead. So it's like reverse power of 2, the square root. And then you can get these nice shapes here by controlling it. And then just do some additional math into it as well if you want to. So the power is really useful in that way that it multiplies itself, but it also has 1 as a value if the exponent is 0. With that you can create, as I said, a pattern like this. And we can do a lot of advanced stuff here to make everything look really fun and good, and we can add, multiply and so on to change all these values in a fun and good way. But I will save all this to a session later on where we try to really make shapes that we have decided from the beginning that this should look like a heart or whatever. So well, I think we can just go to that part in the next session. So let's make a heart out of using the power as square root, and I will show you how everything works. But we'll take that in the next session. So I say bye for now.